Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here, wishing you a very good morning. And I hope everyone is back in office after Diwali. I hope you all had an amazing Diwali. And now we start with the season of listing of all the IPOs, which were very much in buzz. I guess Nykaa might have already gotten listed last. I hope everyone knows this that even if the market opens at 9:15 in the morning, still, if I'm talking about all the IPOs which are going to get listed, uh, they list at 10 in the morning. So a bumper listing was expected for Nykaa. As per the gray market premium, almost 100% listing was expected. Can anyone tell me what is the live price of Nykaa? I'm also trying to just pull it up on my second screen. डिड यू गेट नाही का असं असे जखमेवर मीठ नाही चोळायचं कळलं का देर इज अ डायलॉग इन थ्री इडियट्स कि जब दोस्त फेल होता है तो बुरा लगता है बट जब दोस्त फर्स्ट आता है तो और भी बहुत बुरा लगता है सेम थिंग हैपेंस व्हेन you don't get the allotment, your husband also doesn't get an allotment, feels bad, but you don't get an allotment and husband gets full allotment. Okay, so that's like the three idiots scene. Right, because वो हर बार मुझे फिर चिढ़ाता रहेगा, I got it. Okay, anyways, so well, I did not get it, so surely I'm going to track this stock very closely. uh, I might buy it after having a look at the stock for a long term, obviously not for a short term. Okay. Jnanan, Jnanada says, thank you for doing this always. I did not get allotted for Nykaa. Absolutely. Acha, Akshansh says, all my friends got except me. असंच वाटत असतं आपल्याला अक्षांश की सगळ्यांना मिळतं फक्त मलाच मिळत नाही. We always feel that just I am the only unlucky one, right? Chalo. Anyways, with that basic thing, I think let's move on with uh, one small point. Some people are asking me, should we book profits on listing? Uh, of course, depends on your thought process. Had I gotten the shares of Nykaa, I surely would not have booked profits. In fact, I would try to see how the stock performs today. And if I get a small chunk, I might invest today, not even one fifth of the quantity. But yes, a small chunk I will invest today in Nykaa. I really feel very strong for the company that it's only one of the very few companies amongst the new age companies who is in profits right now. So surely keep a close watch on this stock. Can do wonders in a longer term. Okay. Chalo. So with that, let's move ahead with our today's discussion. Policy bazaar. अरे policy bazaar क्या बोल रही है? अभी policy bazaar's ad popped up, so just got confused. We're going to talk about PayTM. So let me just share my screen. Uh, one share. Right, so that's the Chittorgarh website. As always, we discuss this specific site. I'll just zoom in so that will be easy for you. If you remember, financials were not that good. Company was in losses 3 years back to back in losses. Uh, I'll tell you the problem with Paytm right now. Okay, there is again, is there a very strong brand value? Answer is yes, no doubt about that. But I personally feel that players like Google, PhonePe, BharatPe, UPI, so many competitors are there in this segment. So I don't see this company having a super strong competitive edge as such. Number one. Number two, if you have seen my video on Paytm, I did talk about the fact that Paytm doesn't earn revenue only with the scan and pay category. They have a variety of segments. We did talk about the scan and pay thing. We did talk about certain fully owned subsidiaries which are also into gaming, right? So it would be interesting to see that which segment gains or which segment brings in how much revenue for the company, which segment brings in how much profitability for the company, where are the operating profit margins higher. Is it a story where a specific segment is in a huge loss, other few segments are in profit, but because of that heavy loss, overall company is going into losses? Is it something like that? So I tried to see the same point in the RHP as well, but in the RHP I was not able to see the segmental revenue breakup, segmental profitability breakup. Okay. So I would want to wait and see how how the company earns money through various segments. So that is a negative point for me right now because I don't know. There is some uncertainty about the profitability or the revenue breakup in segment wise, right? Number three, if I talk about, so that is of course for the longer term, not for the listing gains purpose. For listing gain purpose, we are going to check two things only. The first thing is IPO subscription status, and in that you can see that only retail individual investor category has been filled up 1.23 times. So even if anyone is wanting to invest in this company, still there are chances that you might apply, you might not get the allotment because the subscription has already gone above 1. Okay, but if you check the overall subscription, it is 0.48. So doesn't seem to be like, a very very amazing bumper listing candidate nahi lagta hai. Okay, maybe a little bit here and there possible, but then with just 0.48% subscription, 0.48 subscription, sorry, as of now, there are comparatively lower chances of having a bumper listing. Okay, number one. Number two, I completely understand the fact that it's one of the biggest IPOs, 18,500 crore plus IPOs, and that's why the subscription is low. Uh, but then, overall, with the loss scenario, with not having a very competitive edge, with the segmental breakup thing, not 100% clarity over that, with only 0.48 subscription, with GMP, which is the gray market premium. Gray market premium is just at 90. Okay, this is the latest that we are talking about, only 90. So all in all, I personally believe that, it's not a very lucrative kind of an issue right now. uh, so would I apply for the IP? So with this basic things, now comes the final conclusion. With all these basic things in place, am I going to invest or not? My answer is nope. I'm going to let this IPO give. I mean, I'm going to give a pass for this IPO. Uh, there are much better opportunities that I can see in the market right now. There are few stocks which have corrected from highs, and I feel that it's a very lucrative investment opportunity in all these areas. In fact, when I had done my Muhurat trading live stream, in that live stream also I talked about three stocks which I feel that can do very well in the coming year or two, or maybe 4 5 years down the line as well. Three stocks that I had discussed during the Muhurat trading live stream. Number one, I had talked about Airtel. Number two, I had talked about Polycab, and number three, I talked about HDFC Bank, right? And in fact, I've also created a small case for that separately, so that if anyone feels the same, then you can just invest in these companies with a single click. Someone is asking about what about Jubilant Foodworks. Of course, that is my favorite, no doubt about that. Even Jubilant Foodworks right now is at a very nice level. If you remember, in one of my past Thursday live streams, I had also talked about Jubilant Foodworks level. So because someone has talked about this stock, I can't stop myself from sharing my screen. And here you can see, this is my chart for Jubilant Foodworks. If you can see, there is an MACD crossover that happened just 2 days ago. If you can see, the stock has corrected from a maddening level of almost 4,600 level to the lowest closing. I can say lowest closing that we saw was around 3,600 plus levels, and this is my heavy support line. This is 3,700 ke aspas. Stock has a very nice support. This can act as a resistance, which is 4,000, and I feel above that, again, stock can show wonders. So a very small, right now it has started to correct. So whenever I talk about any stock, I say that don't buy when it is falling, try to buy when it shows some kind of reversal. I've talked about this so many times on our channel. Has the fall stopped for Jubilant as of now? Answer is yes, is what I believe. Okay, looking at the chart, even RSI has bottomed out. If you want, you can also, I'll just quickly show this to you as well. See, RSI from a level of almost 71 bottomed out at almost 35 ka level, and from that, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. A big fall followed by recovery, and again small hiccups, and again a recovery. Okay, so if I can see some recovery in the stock, I always say this, I'm happy to buy at a little bit higher level, rather than buying at extremely low levels and getting stuck up in specific stock. So as usual, just in case if you want to know about technical analysis, so this is the website, and this is the coupon code that you can use, CARRYT. I always talk about this in our live streams. So let me just stop sharing. So anyways, I think I just wanted to give my original input only on the Paytm issue. I'm not going to invest in Paytm. Second, the Nykaa thing. Nykaa, am I going to invest a little bit? So yes, I'm going to start investing in absolute bits and pieces. I think this can be a good bet for from a longer term perspective, somewhere around 5+ years. Number three, someone asked about Jubilant Foodworks. I did talk about it, and I can see a nice reversal in the stock. Uh, Immediate resistance that I can see for the stock is around 4,000. If it closes above that convincingly, can see further upside in this stock. Uh, NMDC say Kai ma'am. Right now, there are many stocks in the commodity space that did correct quite a bit. I think the correction has kind of halted at least, and there are again great chances that these stocks can come into the limelight again. So just a quick thing again, you can see a nice recovery in NMDC. It fell down to pretty much lower levels of almost 134. I can see a nice reversal. It is around the pivot level right now. So the interesting level to be watched out for is around 145. It is at an interesting level right now in MDC. So keep a close watch on this stock as well. I think the earnings are expected is what I can see here. So again, keep a tight watch on NMDC right now as well. Okay. So I don't want to lengthen this stream by a lot. Tomorrow we will be having one guest on our live stream tomorrow. One IPO is on the cards, and the director of that company is going to come on our channel. And I do have I've drafted certain questions, our typical IPO questions about the industry, about the history, about the company analysis, financial analysis. We are going to talk about that with the director of the company, and if time permits, of course, as usual, we are going to have our stocks in news live stream tomorrow. So keep on investing. Until then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye. Acha, again someone is asking, Madhav, what is your final decision on IPO? Shh. Arey, Paytm, I'm not going to apply. Okay. So first time I'm talking about after saying Jai Hind and bye bye. So again, till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.